Shaoxing Rice Wine, the best representative of Chinese rice wine, has declined. Why? What alcohol do Chinese people like best? Wine and beer are two kinds of fermented alcohol with a long history. They were not popular in China until the 20th century. Over the past thousands of years, rice wine has always been the mainstream of China's alcohol. What kind of wine is rice wine? The most famous producing area of rice wine is Shaoxing, Zhejiang. As early as more than 2,500 years ago, the ancestors in Shaoxing began to make rice wine. Every year in early November, people in Shaoxing let the soaked and steamed glutinous rice dry out. They put it in a vat and add distiller's yeast and water. Distiller's yeast is a mixture of grain and flaccid knotweed herb, in which there is a large number of fermentation strains. Mold converts starch in the glutinous rice into sugar and amino acids. Yeast converts sugar into alcohol. After the first stage of fermentation in the vat, the glutinous rice will then be stored in jars and continue to ferment. When the wine is sealed in pottery jars for a long time, alcohol, acid, and other substances in it will undergo esterification reactions slowly to form esters with strong aroma. There is a custom in Shaoxing that has existed for thousands of years. Parents would make Shaoxing rice wine for their newborn daughter. When their daughter gets married, they would drink the wine that has been sealed for years. This kind of wine is called Nuer Hong, daughter red. How did ancient Chinese people drink rice wine? Chinese people used to drink rice wine after warming it up. This is because after rice wine is heated in water, impurities such as methanol, aldehydes, and ethers in it will volatilize. Many Chinese people like to drink rice wine alone. The alcohol content of rice wine is generally 14% to 20%, so it usually takes a long time for people to get drunk. Why has rice wine declined? Although rice wine has been the mainstream of Chinese wine for thousands of years, over the past 100 years, spirit has replaced rice wine to be the mainstream. During the war years, millet and glutinous rice, the main raw materials of rice wine, were rations, so people didn't have enough food to make wine. Besides, rice wine is not easy to store and transport.
Oops.
However, people in the lower reaches of the Yangtze River still keep the habit of drinking rice wine. In Japan and other countries, rice wine is also popular. If you are used to beer, wine, or other cocktails, why not try Shaoxing rice wine?